So you could say, hey Tom, you're 1 and 2. Hey, you're point, Tom, you're 2. You're going to take the freaking living room where we're standing, the common area right here. And then as soon as we go in, hey, might be point, so you got to take off running. I got to run a runner deep, and he's chasing me. Well, now Tom's either got to stay on his ass, or if Tom is already committed to one of his corners and got a guy and down on the ground, the next guy up. Let's say you're the cover guy and you're the point guy and the cover guy behind him. Well, now point, you got to get on A's ass and help him because he's going to be by himself in the back. So now you got to freaking haul ass to catch him up. You just became point man. So it happens that fast, and it happens like that all the time. It's like, if you hear me say read and react, that just means, hey, you got a set plan, but shit always goes wrong, so read and react off of it. If you see something happen and he's now taken out of the equation, you're the guy in charge. If you end up in front of the stick, nothing else in front of you but bad guys, you're the guy in charge. You're now the point man. Members assigned to the breach door will utilize the slammer and forcibly make entry on the door. Alright, slammer, he basically comes up alongside the point man when he's making his way up to the door, and he's the one going to pop the door so we can make entry. Alright, pre-designated member will deploy the diversionary device. Usually that's the cover guy, the first cover, or the first cover, the second guy in the stack. And what he's going to do is, as soon as the door gets breached, he's got nothing on his hand but a flashbang, and we'll have a primary ditch point, which will be in the front door, back door, window, whatever. And if for some reason he looks in there and sees something he can't toss in, we'll dump it in the front yard. We have an area where he can dump. Alright? Team will move through the objective clearing room by room in 2-man teams as planned, unless you end up with something like this, a big area, and then you've got to use more. Alright, speed of movement should be fast, controlled walk. Do not walk it. When we go through the house, like if I was to clear this and I was going to the Coke machine, I'd walk about this fast. This is about as fast as I go to clear a house. And that's about as fast as you want to go. Because everybody else can't shoot any faster than you can walk. I mean, you can't walk any faster than you can shoot and walk as you were. And so there ain't any point in sprinting over there to the Coke machine. And you're gonna miss everything in between here and there. All right, it just should be a nice walk. You can have your head on a swivel looking around the clearing, and then when we get ready to go to the next entry point, usually my cover guy, I'll say cover, and he'll say, I'm with you, I'm with you. That lets me know without having to turn around if I'm pointing that I've got somebody behind me, because you never know, like I said, whether they're going to end up split off of you and they're not going to be there anymore. And we have a lot of guys that happens to. You get ramped up, you're going after somebody, you're going to go hit your room, and you don't even think of it, and there's nobody standing behind you because he got pulled off to do another job. All right. After the room has been cleared, one member will release to continue assaulting. Just basically like we said, if we've got this room, me and Tom are in here, and it's just a big room full of nothing, I can say, Tom, I got it, go. And he'll get on the tail end of the snake and he'll start going through the rest of the rooms. After all members are communicating with the TL and initial search is completed, TL will ask for a suspect count and designate a safe room. Secondary search. Okay, once the team's been cleared, we got everybody set down. We've done the wash wall, the dirty wall, we've got them cleaned up and everything like that. We'll do, or we get them in that room and we're starting that, we'll do what's called a secondary search. The clean room, or what we're doing, that means we've cleared everything. Any closets, refrigerators, cabinets, everybody's looked at any place a little ninja can hide under tables, because people will hide under there, and we've had people jump out, I ain't kidding, they'll come out of cabinets underneath the sink. There's people that can't fit in that, so you need to check it. And then once we've got everybody in a secure area where we know no gunfire from us and a possible hostile is going to take place, we do what's called a secondary search. And a secondary search is just that. The TL will go room to room and say, perform secondary, or he'll do the secondary with you. And that's lifting up beds, opening doors, and everything like that. Primarily, when you first go in, you're going to come in here like this, 2 or 3 guys, and you're going to look at the obvious areas where somebody might come out and get you. And then you're going to hold. You don't want to have your head underneath the tablecloth like this when somebody pops out someplace else. So once it's an obvious clear like this here, you've cleared behind the counter, all the big areas, you're going to stay in place and wait. Alright? Tactics. Alright, individual room clearing. Visual sweep is conducted when entering, scanning the middle of the room, paying particular attention to the corners. Anybody please call it duty. You know to check your corner because that's where they're going to be. Alright, I know it sounds funny, it's a video game, but these little turds that are playing these games have got very good tactics. It's basically a simulator for freaking combat. And even though it's a video game, they're smart enough to know coming through the door that there's a good chance somebody's going to be in the corner. And that's why they put that. It's very real. It's the same thing in the military, everything that we train on. When we freaking train and SWAT like today, they put guys behind doors and in corners. That's where you need to be looking. Same thing as a video game. You need to check your corners, obviously, because that's probably where the bad guy's going to come from. You still want to step in the door, look left and right, keep going. Because if there's a bush like that over in that corner and he's standing behind it, you would not believe how many people will walk by a front door with the dude standing right behind the door. Because once you're ramped up, it's going. If he's got a distraction on his end, a runner taking off that way, the whole team's going to go after him. He can be standing right by the door and nobody ever see him if nobody checks the door or checks behind it. Point will make the determination where the greatest fit is and go to that direction. Cover will follow. It's basically called immediate threat or direct threat. So if you walk in the door, you hit your corner, but you see a guy like say, that's my corner. I come in the door, the corner's clear. There's the threat right there. I'm going to stop right here. You don't over-penetrate the room. We got rifles or handguns. Anybody in even a room this big, which you're not going to run into in a house, is easy game. All right, so you don't over-penetrate into the objective. You step as far as you need to get in the door to clear that and clear the doorway so other guys can get in and get by you to their objective. Suppose suspects encounter. Any suspects, you're going to give them simple commands. Don't soft talk them. You're going to yell at them, tell them to get on the freaking ground. If they don't get on the ground and comply, you're closing distance to them and you're going to make them comply. Point blank, you know, it's the same thing with SWAT guys, military guys. We don't allow people to control us. We control them when we come in the room. If everybody gets on the deck, 2 guys can stay in here. If I said, everybody get on the fucking ground right now. If I got a rifle, most everybody's going to. Bad guys that don't want to comply, they're going to give you flak. That's going to be a problem. You're going to have to take care of it and address it quickly. All right. If everybody gets down on the ground, we got 16 guys on the deck. I got 1 guy over there. Me and 1 guy can cover all 16 of you if we got rifles. Anybody gets up and fights us, they're going to get what they got coming. Alright, same thing with you. Do not let them control you, you control the room. Alright, you got bad guys in your house, a guy was just trying to rape, pillage, and burn your wife and family, don't be nice to them. Don't tell them, hey, I've got the cops on the way. You tell them you move and I'm going to put 2 holes in your ass real quick, buddy. Stay on the fucking ground. Alright, trust me, people do not respond. Those of you that are law enforcement don't respond to sir, ma'am, please don't do that. When you're in a SWAT, if you're busted into a dope house or something along those lines, they're going to give you as much flak as possible if not physically fight you. Runner, what I was talking about earlier. If a runner is announced, this means the suspect has been observed running inside the objective upon breaching. Usually, once the door comes open, you'll see a guy go, oh shit, and he'll take off and he'll run straight to the back door, going to either dope, a bedroom, or trying to find an exit to get outside the house so he doesn't get arrested. Compromise. If the team gets compromised, like say we're getting ready to move up to the house, or you move up to the house, your house, you know there's burglars inside, and all of a sudden your blinds go up and you see a face looking at you. That's called a compromise. He knows you're there, you know he's there, and now the gunfight's going to start, or the running and chasing is going to start. He knows you're there, so now the element of surprise is lost. All right. Situation where you become a barricaded suspect, call if you receive fire during the approach. So if you go into your house or you're making entry and you receive gunfire, everything stops. That's not a good time to make entry on that door. The fatal funnel, everybody's heard that. That's like an old term. Fatal funnel, you do not want to get in there if you receive a gunfire. And we train for that also. If we make entry to this front room and we're getting ready to go and we hear boom, boom, boom in the back there, everybody starts screaming, gunfire, gunfire, shut it down, shut it down. And everybody will stay here. We might hold what we got and leave a couple of guys in here to hold on that doorway, and the rest of the team will evacuate out and then we'll back out on it. And then basically it's a surround and it's a SWAT call now. It turned from a search warrant to a SWAT call. We thought we were going to get in there and have an easy day of it, but the guy was waiting on us. We got compromised, and as soon as we breached the door, we heard guns in the back, him shoot. I mean, if he threatens it, hey, I've got a gun, we're still going to go in there, but the minute you hear it bang, it's not wise to go through there because somebody's going to get ambushed. Threat assessment. Prioritize all threats. Take note of the door composition you're entering. Never pass up the suspect. If you see him, he's your responsibility. So don't walk by and go, yep, there's one there. And keep going because the next 20 guys may not see him there.